Hey everybody, just getting set up here. Let me see something here. Hey everyone. Work as well. So we'll go off Wi-Fi for this one and see how that goes. Hey everyone. Yeah, we're gonna do story time here. Hey everybody, I want to check to see what the connection is like on this one on Instagram Live because it didn't like my Wi-Fi for some reason. So can you let me know here on Instagram Live if the connection is good? Your daughter Chloe is a huge fan? Oh, awesome. Hey everyone, yeah, everyone's doing okay here. A little stir crazy, but we're all right. Yeah, it's okay. Like it's good or like it's not that great. It's good? All right. Okay, everyone. So what I'm going to do is, so as some of you know, I'm a children's book author in addition to acting, and I focus on things that have a little bit of math in them, which is good for right now because everyone is homeschooling. I have a whole series of books called McKellar Math Books. This is 10 Magic Butterflies, and I'm going to read the story, and then after I'm done with this story, I'll open it up for questions, whatever, we can talk about it, and then I'll read it one more time. So I wore a butterfly necklace for you guys, and I put makeup on for you guys. Let's face it, this is like an era of PJs. This is what I've been doing, is wearing PJs. So you guys, how many of you watching love butterflies? I assume there are a lot of kids watching. This is the book 10 Magic Butterflies. You have the book? Oh, very cool. They are at Amazon, yes. All right, so here it is, 10 Magic Butterflies. And I will show, and this is written by me, illustrated by Jennifer Bricking, who did an amazing job. I've been blessed with some really wonderful illustrators. This is the dedication page, and it is to my son, Draco. And I'll tell you the story about how this book came about, too. For Draco, who often gazes at the little white butterflies in our backyard and once asked me if they came from our little white flowers. That is indeed how the book began. So here it is. Here's the picture. We're looking at a beautiful scene. Oh, there is a little caterpillar guy in the corner. Once upon a time, there were 10 flower friends. Were they always happy? Well, that depends. All day long, they soaked up the sun, talking and laughing and having fun. There are the 10 flowers. Ha ha ha, hee hee hee. There they are. They seem pretty happy, right? They loved being flowers, but they couldn't deny that they had a secret desire to fly. They watched every eve as the fairies flew from the moonlit night to the morning dew. And they're the flowers at night, and they're watching the little fairies. And they're saying, oh gosh, I wish I could fly. What's going to happen? Then one starry night, a flower felt brave. She spotted a fairy and started to wave. Said the tiny blue one, fairy up in the sky, you see I'm a flower, but I want to fly. Huh? Oh, well hello there, my friend. This is the fairy. You smile and you sing. Why would you want to be a different thing? I'm tired of being a flower just stuck on the ground. I want new adventures to zoom all around. The fairy shrugged, okay, and she closed her eyes. Time to get ready for a big surprise. Oh, what's she gonna do? Look at that. She's casting some sort of spell on the flower. She's doing some sort of magic. Let's find out what happens. Can you guess? With a wave of her wand and a bing bang boo, the fairy said, now you're a butterfly, Blue. So the blue flower is now a butterfly. They are called 10 magic butterflies after all. One butterfly flew as 9 flowers looked on. There were still 10 of them in the sky on the lawn. So we still have a total of 10 friends, but one of them is a butterfly and 9 of them are flowers for a total of 10 still. And little caterpillar here, Mr. Caterpillar, thinks it's pretty cool. He's going to keep showing up. So here's another flower. Now it's a green flower. Green flower's like, wait a minute, I want in on this action too. Said the bossy green one, fairy up in the sky. Hey, make me some wings, because I want to fly. With a wave of her wand and a bing bang boo, the fairy said, now you're a butterfly too. 2 butterflies flew. As 8 flowers looked on, there were still 10 of them in the sky on the lawn. So now the orange flower wants to fly too. Said the silly orange one, fairy up in the sky, could I flutter and flip? Will you help me to fly? With a wave of her wand and a bing bang boo, the fairy said, now you're a butterfly too. 3 butterflies flew as 7 flowers looked on. There were still 10 of them in the sky on the lawn. There they are. Let's see, what's oh, now the little caterpillar, he's like, I wonder if I can figure out how to fly. So he's got some construction papers there, some blueprints. We're going to see if he can figure out how to fly too. So next, so here we go. Now we can see all of the flowers are turning into butterflies. Next, 4 and 6 and 5 and 5, the brand new butterflies felt alive. Yes, one by one they filled the sky as the sweet little fairy helped each to fly. The 10 new butterflies flew all night, zooming and swooping. What a sight! Zing, zang, zoom. There they are. No longer flowers. Now they are all butterflies. When morning came and the sun peeked through, their wings were tired, and the wind really blew. Whoa, bonk, thud. They're all getting knocked around. They're not used to flying around. They're used to being solidly on the ground, right? This is new for them. They watched other flowers soak up the sun as bees and birds kissed them one by one. Well, what do you think? Oh, and there's our caterpillar. Our caterpillar. Now he's trying to build a little airplane because he really wants to fly too. All right. And then they said together, all 10, we actually want to be flowers again. It was fun to fly, but now we're sad. We really do miss all the things we once had. Sniff, sniff. Yeah, they miss being flowers. It wasn't bad when we were flowers, so strong and sturdy with lots of powers. We made perfume and cleaned the air, gave plenty of nectar for all to share. I thought you'd change your mind, she cried. It's the fairy. The grass is always greener on the other side. Sometimes we wish for different things, to change color or size or even get wings. But big and tall or short and small, being ourselves is best of all. So let's go back to you being you, with fairy dust and a bing bang boo. So now she's going to cast a spell on all of them. By the way, our little caterpillar friend, he tried to fly in his little airplane, but he crashed. So that didn't work. And now he's a little bit upset. So he's left his airplane and he's now crawling over to the windowsill. But the butterflies are very excited because they get to be flowers again. Yippee! Then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, they floated down to the garden floor. Oh, they're turning back into flowers. Now 7 on the ground and 3 to go. Then 3, 2, 1 zoomed high to low. Now there they are. And where's our little caterpillar guy? He's crawled up to the windowsill. Was that a dream? Or did they fly? What do you guys think? Can flowers end up with wings in the sky? Who knows what happens when we're asleep? Could dogs become horses and bugs become sheep? Nee, bah. Yeah. What do you think? Do magical things happen when we're sleeping? Like, do the bugs become a sheep? Yes, magic surrounds us. It takes many forms, from rainbows and moonlight to tropical storms. Frogs come from tadpoles that swim in a stream, and each night you grow with every dream. They are some of the magic that we see in our world all around us. Rainbows, we have the frogs and bunnies. And look what's going on with the little caterpillar. Guess what's happening with a caterpillar who really, really wanted to fly? So don't be surprised if this story is true and magical butterflies come to see you. You might see one fluttering late at night, or in your dreams. Sleep tight. And there's our little caterpillar friend. Yeah. So you might have noticed that in this book, I'm teaching different ways of making 10 from two numbers. So when we started off with 10 flowers, then one became a butterfly, we had 1 and 9. Then 2 became butterflies, we had 2 and 8. And I'm going to read this book again if you guys came in a little bit late. I'm going to in between. I wanted to answer any questions you might have about it. Get your thoughts if you have any little ones, if they want to give a message. Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much, Manuel. Beauty is all around, Daniel. That's right. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that, Walt. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, the caterpillar is one of my favorite parts, the little caterpillar. Because that's the real life magic, right? Look, do flowers become butterflies? Maybe. And I'm going to tell you the story. Well, I can't help but make math a focal point. It's kind of my thing. Thank you very much, Bella. That's funny. Oh, hi. Yeah, you can buy this book anywhere books are sold, on Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com, wherever. There are lots of online places you can buy books. And you can find them used. I would say go to the library, but I'm not sure how many libraries are open. Oh, I'm so glad, Rhonda. Yeah, Rhonda. Aw, you're welcome, Natalie. Call the kids. Yeah, get your kids over here, Craig. Aw, thanks, guys. How does Avery wants to know how the fairy has so much magic? That's what makes her a fairy. She's magical. You have this in your classroom, Tracy? You bought this for your daughter on her 10th birthday? Oh, wow. She loves butter. This is generally speaking for younger kids than that, but hey, I mean, anybody who loves butterflies can enjoy it. And by the way, I do have books for 10-year-olds. I've got books for all ages. Some of them are behind me right now. If you go to mckellarmath.com, you can find them all. And if you have any specific questions, I can answer them now, but I'm not going to go on and on about all the other books. This is really about reading this one for you guys. You just ordered one for your granddaughter to be delivered tomorrow? Aw. And then this is live right now, but it's going to live on my Facebook page and on Twitter, because I'm doing it Instagram Live, but also the other two. So you can always play it again anytime you want. I don't know when I'm going to do a book signing, Palsy. I had one scheduled in July. I assume that everything will be fine by July and it'll still be happening. Had a couple in July, so we'll see. We'll see. Your 2-year-old loves bath time, math time? Oh, cool. That's this one. This is for little one, bath time, math time. Okay, so you guys, do you have any other questions? Oh, I was going to tell you the story about how this book came to be. So my son, he's 9 now, but way back before, I was just starting to think about writing this book, or writing little kid books. We were in our backyard, and you know those little white flowers that have big petals? I mean, they're small, but they're nice and round, the petals. Um, they look a lot like the little white butterflies with the same type shape wings. And my son was probably 2 or 3 years old at the time, maybe. Yeah, 3. And we were talking about how much they looked alike. And he said, "Mommy, did the butterflies start off as flowers?" And I said, "Gosh, I don't think so. I don't know for sure. I mean, it makes a good story." And then he said, "Mommy, will you tell me that story?" And every night, to help him fall asleep, I would tell him the story, not this exact story, but I've written 10 books, Eunice. I know, 10, right? Well, the 10th one comes out this summer. So every night to help him fall asleep, because, like all little kids, he needed help falling asleep, I would tell him the story of how there was a little red flower and he really wanted to be a butterfly. And so he asked the fairy, and she said, well, sure, you can be a butterfly, and cast a magic spell. And then guess what? He became a butterfly. And then I would go through all these different colors, depending on how long it took him to fall asleep. That's how many colors I would go through. I went through like amber and like, chartreuse. I would think of any color I could if he still hadn't fallen asleep yet. So anyway, that's how this came to be. And I thought, wow, and I told the story for like a year until I thought, wait a minute, I could do a little math. I could teach a little bit of math in this. All right, you guys. So would you guys like to hear me read it again? Do you guys have your kids there ready for a second reading? You guys are so sweet. Thank you for all your sweet, sweet comments. Yes? Okay. Do I sell my books to Finland? I don't know. I mean, I think so. They're only in English as far as I know right now, this one. But if there's Amazon in Finland, which I'm sure there is, they probably get it. Okay, you ready? Yes. Okay, I'm getting lots of yeses. There's always a delay. Thank you, Karen. Thanks, guys. All right, so here we do. We're going to do a second reading of 10 Magic Butterflies. Yes, my necklace goes with the book. Good eye. All right, here's the story of 10 little flowers who wanted to fly. 10 magic butterflies. Here we go. Once upon a time, there were 10 flower friends. Were they always happy? Well, it depends. All day long, they soaked up the sun, talking and laughing and having fun. Look, they're having a great time. Ha ha ha, hee hee hee. And there's our little caterpillar friend hanging out with the flowers. They loved being flowers, but they couldn't deny that they had a secret desire to fly. They watched every eve as the fairies flew from the moonlit night to the morning dew. There they are. And their little caterpillar is watching too. Then one starry night, a flower felt brave. She spotted a fairy and started to wave. Said the tiny blue one, fairy up in the sky, you see, I'm a flower, but I want to fly. Huh? Oh, said the fairy. Well, hello there, my friend. You smile and you sing. Why would you want to be a different thing? I'm tired of being a flower just stuck on the ground. I want new adventures to zoom all around. The fairy shrugged. Okay. And she closed her eyes. Time to get ready for a big surprise. With a wave of her hand and a bing bang boo, the fairy said, now you're a butterfly, Blue. Whoa, she turned him into a butterfly. So cool. One butterfly flew as 9 flowers looked on. There were still 10 of them in the sky on the lawn. 10 total. We have 1 and 9. Said the bossy green one, fairy up in the sky. Hey, make me some wings, 'cause I want to fly. With a wave of her hand and a bing bang boo, the fairy said, now you're a butterfly too. 2 butterflies flew as 8 flowers looked on. There were still 10 of them on the sky on the lawn. Look, you can see the caterpillar up here is trying to figure out how to fly using 2 leaves. Is that going to work? Probably not. Said the silly orange one, fairy up in the sky, could I flutter and flip? Will you help me to fly? With a wave of her hand and a bing bang boo, the fairy said, now you're a butterfly too. 3 butterflies flew as 7 flowers looked on. There were still 10 of them on the sky on the lawn. So you can see now we got 3 and 7, teaching different ways of making 10 from 2 numbers. Next, 4 and 6, then 5 and 5, the brand new butterflies felt alive. Yes, one by one they filled the sky as the sweet little fairy helped each to fly. The 10 new butterflies flew all night, zooming and swooping. What a sight. Zing, zang, zoom. There they go. All the new butterflies. And and here's our little caterpillar trying to figure out how to fly using a hang glider now. Hang glider. It's not really working. When morning came and the sun peeked through, their wings were tired, and the wind really blew. Whoa, bonk, thud. They're like flying all over the place. They're not used to that. They're not used to being knocked around by the wind. They watched other flowers soak up the sun as bees and birds kissed them one by one. And this guy's trying to figure out how to build a rubber band airplane so that he can fly. He's trying. And then they said, together all 10, we actually want to be flowers again. It was fun to fly, but now we're sad. We really do miss all the things we once had. Sniff, sniff. It wasn't bad when we were flowers, so strong and sturdy with lots of powers. We made perfume and cleaned the air, gave plenty of nectar for all to share. Yeah, they're saying, wait a minute, it wasn't so bad before. And then the fairy, she kind of knew this was going to happen. I thought you'd change your mind, she cried. The grass is always greener on the other side. Sometimes we wish for different things, to change color or size, or even get wings. But big and tall or short and small, being ourselves is best of all. So let's go back to you being you, with some fairy dust and a bing bang boo. All the flowers, all the butterflies are going to get to be flowers again. I love you guys that are sending butterfly emojis. That's so cute. And, here's the caterpillar. He's now tried, the rubber band airplane didn't work. Now he's feeling sad and going up to the window. But he might be the most magical one of them all. In the meantime, these butterflies are very excited about being back to flowers. Yippee! Then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, they floated down to the garden floor. Now 7 on the ground and 3 to go. Then 3, 2, 1 zoomed high to low. Look at that. There they go. All becoming flowers again. Was that a dream? Or did they fly? Can flowers end up with wings in the sky? Who knows what happens while we're asleep? Could dogs become horses and bugs become sheep? Ne, ba. What do you think? Is that possible? All sorts of things can happen when we're dreaming. Yes, magic surrounds us. It takes many forms, from rainbows and moonlight to tropical storms. Frogs come from tadpoles that swim in the stream. And each night, you grow with every dream. There are the little frogs that come from tadpoles. Showers and rainbows. A lot of magic in nature. So don't be surprised if this story is true and magical butterflies come to see you. You might see one fluttering late at night or in your dreams. Sleep tight. All right, you guys. That's 10 magic butterflies. I hope you enjoyed it. And as we are all spending a lot more time at home with our little ones, those of us who have kids, who I assume that's mostly who's here watching today, remember to read to your kids. It's such a beautiful, wonderful way of comforting and comforting them and ourselves, and connection. I think comfort and connection are 2 really great words for what we could use a little more of right now. Is this a math book? Yes, a little bit. Who did the art? Jennifer Bricking. She's incredible. Yeah, I mentioned that at the beginning, but for those of you who are just coming in now, Jennifer Bricking, she did an amazing job. Yes, connection and comfort. Oh, I'm so glad, Martha. If you guys want me to read other of my books, I know this is part of this joint, this partnership between Parents Magazine, Penguin Random House. They're doing live readings. Check their websites. I guess if you go to Penguin Random House, their Instagram, they are announcing. I think that Tiffany Amber Thiessen is doing one. I think on Thursday. Every day now at 12 o'clock noon, 3 o'clock Eastern. Another one of their authors will be doing readings, but there's no reason that we couldn't do more readings ourselves. I can put makeup on again. I mean, you know. So let me know if there's a book of mine that you'd like me to read. Just tweet me. You know, that's the best way to get in touch with me, actually. You can Instagram DM me, but I don't check those very often. Same with Facebook. So it's really mostly about Twitter. Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, so that's the reading. I can tell you a little bit about some of the other books, and you can let me know if you want me to read one of these in the future. This is Bath Time, Math Time. It's a book that teaches the concept of adding one. So it's a bath, and it has this fun little tabs, and so it teaches a little bit of math also, because you know that's what I like to do. It also makes hair washing a little easier. Then there's a second Bath Time, Math Time. Wait, this is it. Yes. Bath Time, Math Time Shapes. And so this one is a geometry book for babies, essentially. It's another bath time book, and it goes through all the different shapes and shows you where those shapes exist in real life, like your washcloth is a square and mommy's ring is a circle, and it's a sweet bath time book. So I've got these two different bath time books. I could even do them both in the same reading if you guys wanted. I've got, of course, Goodnight Numbers. This is the book that was featured in, well, that's featured in the amazing charity called Imagination Library. They make low-cost versions of popular children's books, and so the authors don't make any money on it. But I'll tell you something, that's not why I'm in this business. This is to reach as many kids as I can. And again, this got a little bit of a math thing to it. It's counting to 10, and I have 10 frames in it, so that when little kids, when they get to school, they'll be familiar with 10 frames, which is the way that everything is